She stopped at a light, and so I'm walking in that field behind the Lost River Drive-In. Julie said he was so creepy.
Aloha. Hello. Mahalo. I don't know if I used that right. I apologize. How's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday? It's Wednesday evening. Let's get some music going on in the back here. Little vibes. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Maybe we don't need music. We don't need music. We don't need music. We're gonna do this without music, okay? Um, oh yeah, that's right. Team Tina all the way, Sean. Hello, everybody. 17 months. Sean, you are a real one. Let me go back and shout out everybody. Matt, Stefan, what's up? Mark, my dude. No spoilers, I promise. Devin, what's up? Some guy named the Lost River Drive-In's in here. What's up, dude? How's it going? Allie, Christina, Connor, Nate, Kenny, hello, everybody. Tyler, what's going on? This was kind of spur of the moment. We're gonna chat about like the current landscape, like in content creation right now. It's like really weird. And I was thinking about this at work earlier because I was actually texting Christian about it. We were talking about it, and I was like, "This is weird, isn't it?" So we're gonna talk about that, and I'll expand upon that here in a minute. I'm also going to give you guys a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, and just kind of talk about where I'm at, like where my head's at, and everything. So, everybody that is here so far, please make sure to throw a like on the stream, chime in the live chat. Let me know you're here, you're watching, you're enjoying yourself. Hopefully, you're enjoying yourself. I've got my can of Santa Claus Coca-Cola and Ice Mountain. I've got to balance out the bad decision with a good decision. So that's what we're doing. I also have a stack of movies over here, and these movies are for a video that I'm going to record as soon as this is actually done. Should I give you guys a peek? Should I give you a hint? I should give you a hint as to what it is. I can't say that and then not deliver. Let's see. We'll go with Old Faithful. So this is one of the movies in the stack of movies to the right of me that I will be speaking about in a video that will be on my channel tomorrow, which, by the way, you guys are getting a double dip tomorrow. I rarely ever do 2 videos in a day, but tomorrow I am. I'm going to have this pre-recorded one that I'm filming after the live. That'll be out tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night when I get back from Silent Night Deadly Night, I will have my review of that on my channel. I'm seeing that at 5:20, so you'll probably have that review by 9. I would say 9 Eastern, and it'll be spoiler free, I promise. But here's one of the movies from the stack of movies next to me that I'm going to be talking about in a video tomorrow. So it's a steal. Oh yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do that. Oh, how am I doing? How are you doing? How you doing, bro? Don't worry. I'll be getting into a little bit about that. A little bit about how I'm doing here momentarily. But okay. So we got to talk, y'all. We got to talk. The title of this was "Where Is Everyone?" You know, is anyone out there? I can't remember what I put it on the thumbnail, but the reason for that is Christian and I were talking last night and then today because I was I wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy, like I wasn't seeing things that weren't actually there, not just the voices that are in my head, but also visual hallucinations. And but we were talking, and he was like, yeah, it's been a really bad month, like for content creators and whatnot. And I was like, really? Like, because I was thinking the same thing, but like I didn't want to be wrong. And I was like, yeah, dude, it just feels like content creators aren't uploading as much. People aren't watching as much, just across the board. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy. And Christian was like, no, dude, that is exactly what's going on right now. He's like, people are uploading less frequently. People are watching uploads less frequently. And also YouTube is doing this. And I gotta be careful to not badmouth Big Brother here too badly, but I'm gonna kind of sidestep around it a little bit and say that YouTube is doing this, weird thing right now. They're really experimenting with AI testing and whatnot, when it comes to videos. Like, oh, is this thumbnail, whatever their algorithm decides, I guess, like to put this video out into the ether based off of a thumbnail or a title. And I've researched it, and a lot of it is AI driven. And I'm very skeptical of AI. Okay. And I think most of the general public is, unless you're like a crypto bro that's like, oh, dude, AI is the best thing ever. Like, no thanks. And I actually feel like it's hurt some content creators. And in talking to some content creators, ones that are bigger than me, they agree. So the idea for this stream was basically like to talk to you guys as viewers. Like, I'm genuinely curious because I've heard this over the years as a content creator. Do you go through phases where YouTube like doesn't recommend stuff to you? Do you go through phases where YouTube doesn't notify you when somebody uploaded? Like, what is going on? Because I'll do a video of a topic that anything Halloween related, basically. That's what everybody knows me for, and that's what most people found my channel for. And the last couple weeks, it just hadn't been the same. And I'm just curious, like, there's no rhyme or reason to it, you know? And JC, you're probably right. You know, this is a very stressful time of year, especially if you're single, like your boy. Definitely had my bouts of depression with being alone this time of year, for sure. You know, not having a lot of any money, really. Let's just be honest. Most people don't this time of year. Contentious family relationships, like stuff like that. Like, so I get it. People probably aren't going to their normal spaces. And also, we can't, by the way, what's up, Eli? How you doing, buddy? We can't also then just assume that, you know, it's the same in December as it is in October. It's just not. October is like the month for a horror content creator. It just is. You'll do gangbusters that month. And there's always a pullback. But, and that's what I was saying too, Connor. I was thinking, well, maybe, you know, maybe that's a part of it too, or maybe that, God, what am I trying to say? For me, like, that's what I would do. I usually fall into my comfort zones these time of year. And 100%. But see, that's the thing. Like, I do a Christmas horror video and it does well. I did that, 10 Christmas horror movies you need to watch, and it did well over 2,000 views. So like, and for me, like, my benchmark for where I'm at now on my channel, like, if an upload does 1,000, I'm like, okay, that's my low water mark. Like, I'm happy with that. So if I do something more Christmas related specifically, it's done 2 or 3K. So I'm not necessarily, I don't know. It's just weird. It's like, there's very specific things people want to talk about this time of year, and understandable. But I also want to give my audience what, you know, they're looking for. Hey, what's up, Jason? I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. And I hope you're doing well, my friend. Oh, Christina, I'm going to do one. Okay. That was something that I had planned back in October. I was like, I'm doing a Christmas one. Oh my God. That's ridiculous, Mark. Just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it's creator. Oh, see, and I appreciate that. And that's the thing. I do upload like very regularly, daily, pretty much. So, and little secret, I'll give you guys 3 p.m. Eastern. If I have a video coming out that day, it will drop at 3 p.m. Eastern. Always. It's on a schedule. Unless I forget to set it to a schedule, and then I look at the clock and it's 3:01 and I'm like, shit, and I have to do it really quick. But keep that in mind if you're ever wondering if I'm going to upload that day. Check at 3 p.m. Eastern. You'll know. Jason, I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna talk. We're gonna get a little I don't know what you would call it. We're gonna get a little deep, at some point here this evening. And so yeah, I guess I'll just whatever. People are asking, and we got over 50 people in here so far. Make sure to leave a like, guys. So I guess I'll just let y'all know. People ask a lot. Yeah, I have not been my best self. I've not been doing great. I don't know. I feel like I'm at war with things that I can't even describe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many people can relate, but where you just feel this constant like battle being waged like inside you, and you can't even really pinpoint what it is. It's like a multitude of things. And some of them, some of them just don't you don't have an answer for, so it's like this time of year is always kind of weird for me, the last couple years at least, being not being yeah, everybody wants to have somebody around this time of year. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice. So that kind of sucks. And then, not having my kid all the time around this time of year sucks too. Like, the days I have him is great. The days I don't, I'm like, oh man, that's kind of a bummer. The stuff with my grandma, like that, I didn't really allude on social media to like how important she was like to our family and in my life, but she very, very much was. So that was something that hit all of us really hard as a family. And I spoke at her funeral, and or at least I tried to speak. I'll just say that it was not easy to get through. I did not successfully get through it. I mean, I finished, but there's just a lot of things, man. I also just feel like I'm in this weird position in my life right now where I feel like I'm kind of going through the motions, like I'm waking up every day and I'm doing the same thing. Like, I'm getting ready for work. I'm going to work. I'm getting food on my way home from work, or going to the store and eating, whatever. And then I'm making a YouTube video, and then I'm watching a movie, or I'm, editing a video, and then I go to bed, and then it's rinse and repeat. And I just feel like I'm doing that every single day. And I feel like I've got into this like monotonous routine that I can't break out of. And I think that the routine in and of itself has actually been really detrimental to my own personal growth, because I have just been kind of stuck in place. And, it's this weird, like, I don't know. I feel happy when I do YouTube stuff, but at the same time, like, I can't lie to you. And I think a lot of content creators would agree with this. It sucks when you put a lot of work into something and it totally flops, and like nobody watches it. And you're like, damn, like I put a lot of work into that. And then the ones that you are just, you're like, oh, whatever, maybe this will do something. Probably not. And then it explodes. You're like, oh, wow, that's really rewarding. But like, I'm just in this weird rut right now that I can't seem to get out of. And like, anytime anybody's like, oh, like, hey, well, what is like the thing, like what do you need to do or need to have happen, for that to change? And it's like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. There's no right answer. I don't feel like myself lately. I don't feel like me. I feel like a human, I guess. But it's been a weird couple weeks for sure. And that's probably part of the reason I haven't streamed as much too, guys. I'll be honest with you, is just like, battling depression and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like there's some days that are really good and there's some days that are really bad. And, one of the things that me, like personally, like I get overwhelmed just by like human interaction sometimes, and I like can't do it. And if I come across as, rude or whatever to somebody, that's not my intent, but like, that's just how it is. Like, I'm just, there's days where I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I cannot do this right now. So I'm trying, like I'm trying to find the magic elixir that's going to get me out of that. So JC, yes, the plan is for fall, spring semester, which I think starts in like January or February. It just wasn't doable for me. But fall, yes. And I've been thinking about that too. And I've been thinking about how that might actually really help things for me. Like finally starting my career path. I got to be honest with you guys. Like, be real with all of you. I hate my job. I hate it. Like I hate it so much. It is so crushing and not rewarding at all. And I want out. I want out. I want to go into my career field. I'm done. Like I'm done working my ass off for people that would post my job online before I was even in the ground. Like I'm done. Like I'm done. And you live paycheck to paycheck, man, and you work your ass off. And it's just like, for what? For what? You know what I mean? It's crazy. Nate, I am truly sorry to hear that, man. I was actually thinking about that this past week. I don't even want to try to think about that with my mom. And so I am super sorry for your loss, man. And I really, really hope that just being in this community helps in any way. And if you ever want to talk, man, reach out for sure. Reach out. It's really hard to keep motivated. Yeah, dude, it's just like, it just gets to this point where you're like, every day you're doing the same thing. And it's like, before you know it, guys, I'm 31 in 12 days. I'll be 31 in 12 days. And it feels like just yesterday I turned 30. And I'm like, not even shitting you. Like, it's crazy. It is insane. Yeah, y'all are awesome, man. Y'all are awesome. I really do appreciate that. Over 70 people in here, guys. Make sure to leave a like. It helps. It helps the channel. Welcome to Dairy episode 7. Hey, thanks, but at least I know how to spell. Let's see. So we'll get into that in a minute. We'll get into that. But for all of you guys, I hope that I have mods. They're just not in the chat right now, and I don't know why. But I don't really care. People can say whatever they want. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Let's see. Muzzy, hey Nick, hope all is well, brother. Just lost my grandma on November 16th. Been tough on the family. Just lucky to be surrounded by quality. Hey. A week before mine, so we're in the same boat, man. I really, really am sorry to hear that. I am, and I'm sorry. I just, nobody can say anything. You know what I mean? Like at the time, that's gonna ever make you feel better. Like that's one of the things too. Is, it's really hard in that time. Like, because people are like, they give you their condolences and stuff, but just like it's like, I appreciate that. Like I appreciate the gesture, but like we know, like there's nothing anyone can say is going to make anything better. But I hope that just hanging out in here and in other spaces on YouTube and stuff and watching videos helps, man. I really, really do. I really do. No, actually, I'm not. Somebody's busy with the burners tonight. LeBron, well, the Lakers are second in the West. And last I checked, Bron had pretty great game the other night. So if anything, that's actually helping me. The Lakers are good because the Steelers suck. So, if anything, the Lakers being good is actually making me happy because they have a legitimate chance. Tony, my friend, I need to message you on Instagram tonight, buddy. I will get to you, I promise, on Instagram. I will talk to you about the ring stuff later. But thank you for being in here. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. What's your take on the possibility Paramount or Netflix buying Warner Brothers? And do you think we could see the end of movie theaters soon? Okay, so let me just say again, thank you for the super chat. I very, very much appreciate it. And what do I think? I thought about doing a video on this topic. I saw a lot of people do videos on this topic. And I didn't end up doing it. And I was like, you know what? This would be a good time to talk about it on this live stream. Look, I think whoever wins, we lose. And that's what really sucks here. You know, it sucks because, hey, joining the army in Sweden, that's awesome, man. That's hell yeah. It is never too late. Hell yeah. You could inspire people with that shit, man. You really, really could. Like that is, you are living proof. Joining the army in Sweden at 37. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Good for you, man. That's awesome. But yeah, so nobody wins here because, and that's the shitty thing about these kind of situations. All of these giant corporations want to cannibalize the other. You know, they want to absorb everything around them until there's only one giant. You know, this is the go-to. For years, everybody worried it was going to be Disney. Everybody did. Like everybody was like, oh, Disney, you know, they can't help themselves. They bought Lucasfilm and everyone's like, oh, here we go. But it wasn't really Disney. You know, last I checked, Disney has largely stood pat for the last couple years. And then I see reports this week that apparently Netflix is eventually preparing to make an offer to Disney. And I'm like, this is awful. Like absolutely awful. I saw an Instagram reel last night. It was funny, but also really depressing at the same time because it was like Netflix after they buy Warner Brothers intros. And it was like sitting on the couch. I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. And it was like the Netflix intro and then the Warner Brothers intro and then the Paramount intro, all before the movie started. And like I laughed and then I died inside because I was like, that's really what's coming eventually, right? Like, and it's so crazy to me because guys, like I hate to say this, like we kind of created this because we, in a way, like Netflix for a while, we propped Netflix up. We made Netflix what it is in a lot of ways. But once it got to a point, it didn't matter whether we fed the beast or not. The beast was just going to overtake everything. I mean, guys, Stranger Things 5, for example, season 5, $400 million budget for one season of television. $400 million. That is absolutely insane. And you see every bit of it on screen, I guess. But like, I will never see $400 million in my life. 99.9% of us won't. Can you imagine not only seeing that in your life, but spending it on one thing? One thing. Insane. And so like, and by the way, JC, totally agree. Totally agree. Y'all read that comment. Totally agree. Totally agree. I'm not going to say it out loud. I don't want Big Brother to come chop my head off. It's just wild to me. Like, so long story short, if Netflix buys it, people are saying that would actually be the better outcome here is because like they would still maintain that theatrical window. But then even then you're like, I don't know, because if Paramount absorbs it, or what was it be Paramount? Yeah, if Paramount absorbs it, it would all just become Paramount products. Whereas Netflix absorbing Warner will still have their own output under Netflix, and Netflix will have their own output. So my thing is just like, no scenario is good because even in the rosiest scenario of like, oh, Netflix winning here is it's the lesser of two evils because they will still allow Warner Brothers to have their own separate output. You're hoping that's the case. But if I'm not mistaken, guys, wasn't it Netflix's CEO a couple months ago that basically said that Netflix is responsible for saving like cinema, essentially? He said something along those lines. And I'm like, how on earth can you be so conceited to think that when you guys spend hundreds of millions of dollars on products or on projects every year that you don't put out into theaters? Like, where's the ROI on that? I'm genuinely curious. Are you actually getting that many signups from just one season of television that's going to pay for everything you've done that year? Bullshit. That does not make sense. The math doesn't math there. So hoping and praying that they're going to stick true to their word. I don't trust either of them. Like, I don't, you know what? And it's funny you say that because I got a buddy on here, Greg Martin, shout out. He loves to bust my chops in the comments on like every video I've ever done. He's rarely ever like not super dry. He was kind of giving me crap about that too yesterday about physical media. And I was like, well, I don't have to subscribe to a bunch of different streaming services and renew subscriptions and worry about my media getting censored when I have it all on my shelf. So, yeah. Yeah. He said movie theaters were outdated. That is hilarious. He thinks he's the Messiah. He sniffs his own farts. Yes. Okay. Now, I'm curious because I'm not as well informed there. How so? Like, please, for anybody that is, because I want to hear both sides of this because I think they're both bad. Like, objectively, I don't think either one is a good thing. But for those of you that are like, I think Paramount would be better, why? And I'm not asking that like facetiously or sarcastically. I'm genuinely asking why. Because the knock that I've heard on Paramount is obviously Ellison. A lot of people don't like Ellison. I don't really know anything about him, but a lot of people don't like Ellison. And they would basically be making all of Warner's projects their own now. So Warner would essentially cease to exist. Like, let's be real. It would just be consumed. Yeah, I mean, what's up, Ethan? How you doing? Look, I second this. Universal. I second this. I'd be totally cool with Universal. Totally cool. Hey, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that, buddy. Rob Zombie's Halloween for Life. That's right. That's right. Hold on. Yeah. Yes, sir. It's Universal. Okay. So Paramount is still pretty committed to theaters and physical media. That is true. That is absolutely true. And that was actually the case that Christian made. Yep. Physical media aspect. Yep. Christian, I believe Christian said that. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, you guys are right. You guys are right. Universal can't afford it. Yeah, I know. Netflix can pony up $82.7 billion. And then you've got Paramount now countering and going, oh, we're going to offer $100 billion. I'm like, dude, can I get like 100,000 of that? Like, you'll change my life forever. Okay. Jeez. The movie theater side of things, I don't know. I mean, I genuinely don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to take Netflix at their word. And I don't know if we can take Netflix at their word. And then Paramount, well, they would probably be more keen on theatrical output. The problem there is Warner essentially ceases to exist. So a bunch of things that were, I mean, you got to, if you're a fan of James Gunn's Superman, you should be worried if Paramount were to get it. Simply just because what's to say that they just wouldn't consume it all and go, we're washing our hands of this. This is our entity now. We're going to reboot these things the way we want to. I liked Superman. I love the Batman. Love the Batman. If anything happens to the Batman Part 2, I will riot. Y'all think the Summer of Love was bad? You just wait, buddy. Okay? Like, if the Batman Part 2 doesn't happen, there will be hell to pay. Hell. Exactly, right? Like, such a small amount that you would never even notice it's gone. They would never notice it's gone. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Insane. Neither do I. Especially with the public statements that their CEO has made. Why on earth would you trust him? We would be idiots to trust him. That doesn't mean that he wouldn't end up doing the right thing. I mean, who's to say? We wouldn't know until you kind of, I don't know, found out. But I don't know if I want to find out. What do they say? FAFO? Oh. Yeah, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Absolutely not. No way. You touch the Batman. We're done. Guys, if something happens to the Batman Part 2, we riot. We absolutely riot. I'm not even kidding you. Unrest. Genuine unrest. I've waited years for this thing to even start shooting, damn it. Okay? What's up, Bay Area Throwbacks? How's it going? I know, right? $150,000 for like an indie filmmaker. Oh, we can't do that. 83 billion though? Sure. My Lord. They want to remake Halloween 5. You can't touch greatness, though. You know what I mean? Like, how do you improve upon greatness? You can't. Dude, all the Halloween 5 haters just got so mad. Okay. So, Tony, totally agree with you to an extent. Paramount and Skydance, they do care about, they clearly do care about theatrical experience, putting these things out. Absolutely, 100%. My issue is, and I look to specifically, like Mission Impossible is a great example of like, they were their own worst enemy in a lot of ways there. And what I mean by that is like, they spent hundreds of millions for just one Mission Impossible movie. Guys, Mission Impossible has never been the franchise that's going to make $1 billion. Its highest grossing movie didn't make $1 billion. And it's the best one. Fallout, it is easily the best one. But not even that broke a billy. But they're spending money on these things like they're surefire $1 billion movies, and they're just not. And then I think that's part of the reason why the Final Reckoning is really being billed as the final one, because it really does seem like they knew they bit off more than they could chew. And they were like, oh, shit. Like, well, this probably should be the last one then. So I worry about that. Oh, thank you, Bay Area. I appreciate that. Don't worry. I got Halloween content year round. I don't care what time of year it is. Muzzy, all right. $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend, for the $5. Off topic. Just want your opinion. I'd love a Terminator reboot. Make it hard R, bloody, and scary. Henry Cavill as the T-800 and right. Ooh, okay. Okay. I'm in. Here's my question. Who's directing? Who's writing? That's insanely important, I think. Is it going to be somebody that understands what made Terminator great? Or is it going to be somebody that's like, yeah, that's outdated. Let's do this fresh new spin on Terminator that loses everything that made the first two movies as great as they are. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. I do have a soft spot for Rise of the Machines. Like, not going to lie, but it's not great. It's not great. But thank you for the super chat. And I want to know. You tell me. By the way, this is a blast from the past. Worked at Suncoast and high school. We had to start selling the Netflix DVD by mail subscriptions. None of us did. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, oh, I can just get this in the mail. This is going to be so awesome. I'll have this physical DVD. And now they're like the devil. But I pay a subscription because they have some great shows. But there's, I think, 3 Suncoast remaining in the United States, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3. And one of them is in my town. I did a video on it, I think, a year ago. So check it out, guys, if you haven't watched that video. One of the last Suncoasts ever is in my backyard. And man, it was a blast from the past. Thoughts on Welcome to Derry episode 7? Easily the best episode. Felt like the most streamlined. Obviously, I don't think it hurts that Pennywise was the main focus of episode 7. Bill was fantastic in that episode, chewing the scenery, no pun intended. The visuals were great. There have just been moments in this season with just truly gobsmackingly bad CGI. And then there's episodes like episode 7 where it looks great. I don't get it. Muschietti frustrates the hell out of me sometimes. And that death was sad. It was sad, but it didn't tug at my heartstrings like a lot of people did. Maybe just because we don't have like a real, I don't know. I just feel like I haven't gotten to know the character enough yet. You know, I'm not going to spoil it, guys. Don't worry. So I don't know. It didn't impact me as much, but it was sad. But I really did like it. I really, really did like it. And I've seen early reviews for episode 8, and people are saying, "Oh, dude, it sticks the landing. Like, it is fantastic." And the trailer for episode 8 looked great. So, guys, if you aren't watching Welcome to Derry, you have to. Like, if you liked it, chapter 1 or chapter 2, there's no way you can't like this. It feels like truly an extension of that universe. So watch it if you haven't. Neil Blomkamp. Okay, I see you guys. I see you, Stefan and Mark. Do you really think Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris broke up like people are saying? They did. Yes. I don't know. I don't know where that quote came from of Danielle saying that Scout got weird or whatever like that. I did see that making the rounds on social media. Maybe that was in a podcast interview. I don't know. So I'm not going to speak to that, but they did have a falling out. And how do you, so long story short, from what I've heard from the grapevine is that, Scout actually found it difficult working with Danielle. Because Danielle, and this is a gift and a curse for anyone that is this way, is very, in control and very structured and very like my way or the highway kind of thing. And I've known people like that throughout life. And sometimes that can cause heads to butt quite a bit. And when you're spending so much time with someone, I mean, even if you're in a relationship, guys, you need alone time. Like, you need time away from each other. You'll get sick of anyone to some degree. So yeah, that's the word through the grapevine. And so yeah, I can't say, yeah, this is specifically what happened. No, and I'm not going to speculate. I just know that, and I don't even think they're necessarily on bad terms, because they are marketing a movie together that they had already shot. And again, that's PR. Like, you're going to do that regardless. People market movies all the time, even if you loathed someone, and that's not the case there. But there was a falling out with the show. These rumors started a couple months back. The wheels got turning. There was pressure on Danielle because she said something on one of their last episodes of their podcast. I don't listen to it, guys, because I thought it was going to be horror movie talk, and it's really just like sex stories. And like, that's fun for an episode or two. And then it's like, y'all, you worked in the industry. You work in the industry. You've been in some great movies. You probably have some great stories. Why aren't we talking about this more? But there was something that she said regarding autism and kids and stuff like that came across. I read the quote and I was like, yeah, I could see how that would ruffle some feathers. And she got some blowback for it. She did. And I even saw like a Reddit thread of like people talking about it, like pretty pissed off about what she said. I don't want to misquote her, but she said something about that. And it was just kind of like, I don't know. And again, I don't even think it came from a place of like she was trying to be, I don't know. I don't think she was trying to be hateful, but it came across that way. And I personally think, just based off of how the timeline went, that's where it started. I think that the blowback that they got from that started problems, and then it just kind of unraveled. But again, this is just speculatory. Like, I can't say for sure, but yeah, they definitely had a falling out. And yeah, I agree. Look, I love Danielle. I love her as Jamie Lloyd. I loved her as Annie Brackett. And of course, she is an absolute smoke show. But she is her own traveling circus. And that's just my opinion. And, she caused the issues on the Halloween Ends red carpet, and then after the fact, and really pissed off Malek Akkad. And we heard that straight from the horse's mouth. So that's not conjecture. Malek was pissed about that. You got this issue with Scout, some of the things she said on the podcast that have ruffled feathers the wrong way. She's her own traveling circus. And I guess you take the good with the bad there. But hey, I'm happy to see that, man. I'm a fellow H5 fan, and you're finally getting into posting content. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Awesome. I wish you all the best, man. And if you ever want to chat, hit me up. You know where to find me. Yeah, and see, here's the thing. You're absolutely right. Oftentimes we forget that they're going to mess up too. They're allowed to mess up. They're allowed to have very distinct personalities. They're humans, like I don't want everybody to be robotic and everybody to be the same. And I don't hold my celebrities up as idols. That's why I've always been somebody that's really, really pushed back against a lot of the, just a lot of like the cancel culture. And that, I hate to say that because that's like a buzzword and a topic for people. Like there are certain people that deserve to vanish off the face of the earth and never get a dollar again. Totally agree. But like, oh, someone said something really stupid when they were 15 on Twitter. Like seriously, like is this where we're at now? We're there. It's just so I don't hold my celebrities up like that. I don't idolize anyone. Because we're all imperfect. That's what literally makes us human. And if we're going to run everybody out the door for saying something stupid one time or doing something stupid one time years and years ago, what are we doing? What are we doing? And again, guys, there's nuance here. And that. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, Harvey Weinstein. Nah, dude, that guy should be buried under the prison. Okay. Like that's different. But it's the stuff on the periphery that is just so like really it's just immature and childish. And it's like, okay, so now this person is just dead to us. Okay, that's great. Yeah, cool. No redemption, right? Second chances don't exist. Again, certain people don't deserve second chances. Do not get that mistaken. But yeah, there's just it's just a weird thing that Bobby, I got a lot of controversial Halloween takes. If I said, see, here's the thing, Nate. I'll just tell you guys the truth. I'm glad I deleted my Facebook years ago because I'm sure I had stuff on that Facebook from like 08 and 07 when I was 13 and 14 years old that I said that was stupid, just absolutely dumb. I think all of us were that way. We grow and we learn and we change and we evolve with time. And, no, JC, and you're absolutely right. Both of these things can be true. It gets to people's heads and then they think that they can, okay, now I have this platform. Let me spread bullshit with, and that's the thing. They don't deserve to be canceled. And I know you're not saying that, but in my opinion, when someone is like that, like Danielle, for example, that's fine. She can spew those things, but people should stop giving her money and giving her the time of day if she's going to say dumb shit like that. Like, sure, there's an audience for it. I guess that audience isn't me. But again, at the same time, if Danielle comes back as Jamie Lloyd in a Halloween movie, I'll be there day one. You want to know why? Because I don't have to agree with her personally on certain, religion or politics or whatever it may be. I don't have to. But I like her as an actress. And she's not a horrible person. She just says some dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, I know you get it. I was just speaking generally. Like, we definitely need to be better about that as a society. Hey, what's up, Ian? I actually just talked about it a couple minutes back. But I'm really, really digging it. I really am. And I am super, super excited for the finale. I loved that trailer. Okay, my director would be Fede Alvarez. Ooh, or Denis. Okay, we're talking. Preferably the latter. Writing is above my pay grade. I agree. I don't even really know who I'd like pencil in to be a writer, but I love Fede and Denis. Yeah, yeah. Those are good choices. All right, I'm in. Yeah, you got lucky it didn't exist when you were a teenager because, buddy, we said some dumb shit. But yeah, so as far as all that goes with like Danielle and Scout, yes, there is smoke to that fire there. I'm sure they're still cordial, clearly it seems like they're still cordial, but yeah, there was a falling out there. And honestly though, guys, it all comes back to, for me, like, let's just be real. I got to a point where I was like, and I said this moments ago, simply put, I don't really find interest in this podcast anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you guys talk about the same shit every episode. And Scout, oh, that's like my number one celebrity crush. Okay. You don't want to know the things I said to Christian about that woman. You don't want to know. I couldn't say them online. But that being the case, I still don't want to hear that shit every episode. Like, come on, give me something else. Talk about movies. Please, for the love of God. Like, somebody help. Prediction for the finale. Well, I'm going to say this. A lot of people have to die, right? Because this is a prequel. A lot of these people aren't around by the time we get to the 27-year cycle 27 years later. So lots of death. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to die. Oh my God, Stefan, it's unholy. It's unholy. Hey, what's up, Davey? How you doing, man? Corey, what's up, Corey? Stefan, I need to message you about something regarding Scout. She made a movie once. It's pretty good. It was pretty good. Me and Christian, it's one of our favorite movies of the 21st century. Pretty good. Anyway, walking into the kitchen hearing a lot of people have to die out of context. But truer words have never been spoken, though, right? Like, in general, I think. Oh, we're going to talk about. I want to touch on 28 years later here in a second, too. But let me get Tony. Do you think that someone like Shia deserves a second chance? Okay. So Robert Downey Jr., that is one where he struggled with addiction and stuff like that. And I think that is definitely a disease. And I do think that people deserve redemption for that, so long as they're truthfully seeking it and they're not doing it just for attention. Shia's hard, man. It's hard because, like, I do think that people can pay their dues. And I do think that you can show change in your behavior and growth. And, I wish that for him. And I don't have any. Yes, Stefan. Yes. Yeah. And I don't have any ill will, towards Shia. I love Shia as an actor. But with the situation with Shia, I will say that it was absolutely justified for him to be kind of blacklisted for a while there. He definitely deserved it. Here's my thing, though. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know. But I just want to say this. If Mia can forgive him, I don't know how we can't. And that's my stance on that. And I feel like that is very, very fair. If you can be forgiven by the person that you inflicted that harm on, whether that's mental, physical, emotional, we should be able to as well. So long as you're making a genuine effort. And by everything, like Davey said, his podcast with Joe Bernthal, it was an awesome listen. It does sound like a guy that understands, like, dude, I was a piece of shit. And sometimes, I don't know how it is. Like, for women, I can only speak from the male perspective, but like for a guy, we all get to that point at some point in our lives, and it sucks, but like it is necessary, where we kind of hit rock bottom, and we're just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what is happening? And Shia is definitely there. And that is a pivotal moment, like, for a young adult male, because that's going to decide the direction you go on for the rest of your life. Like, are you going to take that and be like, okay, I need to make some changes. Like, I have to better myself. I have to better my life. Or are you going to take that and go, well, everyone's just against me, and everything's working against me, and it's somebody else's fault. But I hit that point, and I think a lot of us have hit that point. Thank you, man. Thank you. I always say very much I am very average. And so like when like I had somebody call me, it's funny because like I'm sure somebody watching on a burner right now that talks shit about me is gonna laugh at this, but somebody got mad at me on Twitter the other day for no reason because I guess I like was like dunking on an account that he liked and was like, "You look like a homeless junkie" or something like that. And I was like, "The fuck? I haven't even smoked weed since I was 19 years old, and I'm gonna be 31 next week. Never touched any other kind of drug. I definitely am not homeless. I'm sitting in a home right now. I've lived in this home for 6.5 years now. So like, so when people say that, I'm like, okay, you're totally out of line. Like I'm average looking. Okay, like let's be real. Like I'm fine. You know, whatever. Like, am I fucking? I'm not Sloth from Goonies, but I'm sure as shit not Zac Efron. Whatever's in the middle there, I'm probably in the middle. That's fine. That's totally fine. But I got to tell you, buddy, either way, it's hard for all of us out here. It really is all hard for all of us. Yeah. Here we go with the OnlyFans questions again. Guys, oh man, it's been a while since y'all put me on the spot on a stream about OnlyFans, but it's happened before. There used to be like a movement. My buddy Rudy, like, I think he started it. That was like tips for nips, like hashtag tips for nips. And it was like people super chat. And it's like, okay, they super chatted. So now you have to flash a nip. And I'm like, oh, come on, dude. Like, Monica, I think Zac Efron at his peak was very good looking. I still think he is. Okay. Then we'll find somebody else that everybody finds objectively attractive. Henry Cavill. He's attractive. Okay. I'm in between Sloth and Henry Cavill. Where do you end up with there? Maybe Macaulay Culkin? I don't know. Macaulkin. What the fuck is wrong with me? I just said Macaulkin. Oh man, my brain is fried. Yes, Henry from Hellraiser Bloodline and formerly Superman. Where is Clint Howard on this spectrum? That's interesting. He's closer to Sloth. Like he's definitely, we got to be objective here. He's closer to Sloth than he is to Henry Cavill, but he's not quite Sloth. There is a whimsical charm to Clint Howard. And you know, there's something we always say, or I've always said is like, look, man, you sometimes being funny is the most important. Chicks dig funny. Being funny and having a good personality probably adds you like an entire point. Or you know what? I'm not even going to be like specific there. Let's just be broad. Chicks, dudes, whatever you're into. People that you are romantically seeking are going to find your personality and your sense of humor a positive, and it will add a point. So, yeah, there you go. I said he's not Sloth. Okay. The Eddie Furlong. Okay. Hold the fuck on, Jesse. Hold on. Eddie Furlong these days looks like he was rode hard and put up wet. I am aging way better than Eddie Furlong. I do not look almost 31. I know I don't. Eddie Furlong looks like he's 65. Okay. Now, if you're talking Eddie when he was a teenager, I take that as a compliment. But Eddie now, that is offensive. Those are fighting words. See, that's just objectively not true. Because that's a gorgeous dude. All right. I do not look like that. I'd love to. Would love to. Yeah, not a chance. But thank you for the compliment. Yeah, but see, here's the thing about Eddie, though, Stefan. People aren't actually sure how much he's actually changed his ways, really. There's because all the shit with him and Monica Keena over the years. He's just like, you never know what's actually going on there. Are him and Monica on the straight and narrow? Is he being shitty to Monica again? Monica is going through it and has been for years. And part of you has to wonder if the relationship has anything to do with that. There's a lot of questions there. AJ of the House of Masks. Yeah, we had a totally manufactured beef. It wasn't real. It wasn't a real beef. He in his style shouted me out, but also threw a dig at me, and which I thought was funny. But some people were like, "Oh no, don't be mean." And he was like, "Bro, I'm not being mean." I'm like, "Oh, you're good." No, we're cool. He said he wanted to collab at some point, so my DMs are open. We talked a couple weeks ago about it, but yeah. Okay, hold up. Bill is a handsome man. All right. Y'all don't be saying that. Okay. You're going to give me a big head like Pennywise. It's going to be fucking huge. That egg head. Okay. Because Bill is a handsome man. By the way, this is going to be a dog shit opinion for some people, but I really don't care. Shout out to Crow 2024. Really, whatever. It was fun. I had a fun time. With it. Whatever. I dug it. I had fun. My brother loves the original Crow. And so he had no interest in watching it. He watched it. He was like, you know what? He was like, it was fine. Like, whatever. I didn't hate it. I'm like, yeah. You know what? It was fine. It was fine. Frank, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, he's good people. He's good people, but he's got that sense of humor that, some people will take the wrong way and be like, "Oh my God, is this an actual beef?" No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But it's fun to play that up sometimes. I'm going to give you guys another hint of my video that I've got coming tomorrow. I'm going to show you another one. Ooh, this is a blast from the past. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? Ba-na. There's your second hint for tomorrow's video. Sleep in fear tonight, children. What is it? It's it. What is it? Okay, now is this a compliment or not, though? In the way you're phrasing it, I mean. Like, should I take that as a compliment or should I be like, damn? Because some people say I just look like a junkie, which is fine. Again, guys, just so you all know, I may struggle with depression, okay? But I don't do any drugs. Never have. And I eat like absolute shit, okay? So I'm feeding myself. I just still have a high metabolism. It'll eventually catch up to me, but it hasn't caught up to me yet. So I'm going to enjoy it. Tony with another $4.99 super chat. Thank you, my friend. What's the deal with most movies bombing nowadays with The Smashing Machine, Christie, and The Running Man, The Long Walk? Do you think COVID-19? Okay, so COVID changed the marketplace forever, whether we want to admit it or not. I think that some of us, tried to like memory hole that in a way and be like, oh no, like we'll come out of it. It'll be fine. Like, no, it definitely changed the marketplace and it will forever. It'll never go back to the way it was. However, some of the reasons that you mentioned or the movies that you mentioned, I don't think that the difference in the marketplace had anything to do with that. I look at a movie like The Smashing Machine and Christie, for example. That was the Sydney Sweeney boxing one, right? Those two, I think, was just little to no marketing, no word of mouth. Nobody was talking about them, aside from critics that went and saw it and said, oh, this is good. But I think that was a huge factor in those movies bombing. Also, you have to listen to the public. And if you are not making what people want to see, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I don't know many people that were asking for those movies. That's not to say they don't deserve to exist. They do. But when you take a risk and a shot in the dark like that on some of those movies, you've got to at least put the marketing machine behind it to get the word out there that this movie is this and it's coming out, and you have to spend some money. Too often these studios, they want to make something and then they just want to like drop it and like walk away and pretend like it didn't happen. The Running Man and The Long Walk. Well, The Running Man, I'm going to be honest with you. By the way, Davey, I saw your comment. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. People keep complimenting me on my voice, and I don't get it because I genuinely hate my voice. Like, I hate listening to my voice on the way back, like on the playback, but whatever. The Running Man, I don't know many, if any, people that were asking for, a remake to that. Do you guys? And like, that's not, I'm not like hating. Maybe it was good. I didn't see it, but like, I don't think many people were asking for that. And then The Long Walk, that's not a popular Stephen King story. And I think we're out of the Stephen King renaissance right now too. There was a renaissance there from like the late teens to the early 2020s, where every Stephen King adaptation damn near was doing gangbusters. But that renaissance has kind of faded away. Like with everything, it comes in waves, ebbs and flows. And so a lot of those movies you mentioned, I think that they flopped for different reasons. But to your larger point, yes, COVID changed the marketplace forever. And anybody like what did they say? 700 million is the new billion. I would agree with that. So movie studios need to start, I don't know, acting accordingly and stop spending $300 million on movies when you're probably going to peak at 500 to 600 million. So yeah. Yeah, and that's another good point. There's a disconnect between what the average viewer wants and what these Hollywood execs want. And it's just true. It's a cavern, from what the people are asking for to what they're getting. I mean, it really, really is. So they don't listen to us anyway, though. Hey, Stefan, it's funny you mentioned that. And I thank you for that. I'm actually about to start doing a couple more of those because those things sell like hotcakes on my channel. I do one of those and it's 20, 30,000 views. Don't know how, but the algorithm just loves them and people love to watch them. So I was actually thinking about that at work and I was like, there's some I haven't done yet. I need to do some. Then when I got home today, I was debating between a specific unmade Halloween movie and this video that I'm going to record. And I was like, well, the video I'm going to record is going to take less work. And since I'm streaming tonight, I'll save that unmade video for a couple days from now because those do take a long time to edit. You have to trim all of those audio clips down, and then it's layers of media over the entire thing. Because you're obviously not looking at anything aside from what I'm putting on the screen there as you're listening to me. So those take a lot longer, but I will do that probably this weekend. I do. Played last night. I've only been playing a couple games a night recently, though. I'll play a couple. I keep getting killers that like tunnel me and stuff, and I'm like, I'm done. But I'll probably play tonight. Yeah, the day and date stuff that Warner did with HBO Max severely hurt them. And then they kind of learned their lesson from that, but then they started doing like these 30-day windows, and I'm like, okay, 30-day windows. Still too soon, in my opinion. I remember when you would expect movies to be in theaters for 3 months. That was the minimum. And if it was making a lot of money and was doing well, it would be in longer. That was always my go-to. I specifically think of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and I was like, well, this came out the end of August, so it'll probably be out on DVD, I would say, in like December, right around Christmas time, and it came out beginning of January. So, yeah, it's just not like that anymore. So I talked about the deal earlier, and long story short, I think that it's bad no matter what. No matter who wins, we lose. And that sucks that we're caught in the middle of this monopoly now. Stefan, I want to read them before I do that, though. And also I worry because like other people have done that. And there is a YouTube channel that I am not going to mention that threw some shade my way. It would appear in September for the videos that I was doing. And I just want to say to anybody that does that, that's really weird energy, because if you think I'm watching other people's videos and then that's informing the videos that I'm making, you're sorely mistaken. What it really is most of the time is that I just haven't gotten to them yet because I haven't been doing the YouTube thing as long. I know my channel's been around a while, but I've only been regularly uploading for a couple years now. There's a lot of material that people have done that I haven't done yet. And anytime I start a series, it just continues. You know, it just goes from there, man. I start one, and if it does well and the audience loves it, see you, Davey. Then I continue. I'm like, okay, people want more of this. People want more of this. And I just go down the line with that. And I have OCD and I'm a completionist. So I'm like, I have to keep going. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. And so, yeah, I rarely watch any YouTube, really. Like, I just don't. But no. We're not doing that. But they're a channel that's larger, considerably larger than mine. A channel that I've kind of soured on recently, I'm going to be honest with you, just seeing the true colors of some people and being like, you're kind of a whiny nag. You're kind of I don't know. You're kind of a dick. Like, you're just kind of like always, I don't know. I don't need to get into any more of it. Some of you guys can probably read between the lines there and go, wait, I think I know what channel he's talking about. But I'm not going to tell you whether you're right or you're wrong. Anyway, so The Running Man was a more faithful adaptation of the Stephen King book. Okay, so, and that's awesome. I'm going to check it out. I like Ryan Gosling. Yeah. So I'll check it out. I'll check it out for sure. So yeah, but yeah, it's just really weird energy in my opinion, because like, I mean, if you're going to do like the horror YouTube thing, and specifically like if you're a Halloween fan, we're all going to get there. Christian did these videos, and not similar to mine, but not the same, like years ago when he was reading the Taking Shape books. By the way, like I said, guys, I'm not going to say whose channel it was. So y'all can keep guessing all you want. I'm not going to say. Because that's not the point. I'm not here to, I don't, whatever. I'm not looking to stir shit up. I know that I'm largely irrelevant. Like, compared to some of these channels on YouTube, like look at even just Christian's channel. Like it's like over 3 times the size of mine. Like, to Christian, I'm an ant. So the last thing I'm trying to do is beef with other people. I'm just simply saying, like, we all are going to do it at some point. It's just the natural progression of things. And that's okay. Like, if anything, I commend anybody for putting their own spin on it. One of the coolest things I saw in doing that series, personally, is that, oh, no, it's not Justin. I won't tell you who it is, but I promise you, it's not Justin. No, absolutely not. But one of the coolest things when I was doing a lot of those series, like the, the best of, the worst of, unmade Halloween movies and stuff. And it was, I would see so many comments from people like, at first I'd read it and I'd be like, oh my God, they're sliding me, but they weren't. Multiple people that were like, I was really, I've seen so many videos like this done before, but you did a unique spin on it, or you focused on like one specific thing. You did it in a somewhat different way than a lot of these channels have done it before. And I really appreciated that. I saw that kind of comment multiple times. And that is what told me largely I should keep doing them. Because people that had seen videos like that before, probably 10, 15 videos from different creators just like that, were watching it because they were like, and I don't know what it was. I mean, that's for you, the viewer, to decide. I don't know what it was that made them stand out to you. But in talking to people, it was just like they thought certain ways I went about certain things were different. And it was a unique spin. And I offered some insight into something. I don't know if you noticed, but like, I'll hyperfixate on something and I can make an entire video about that hyperfixation. Like, I can hyperfixate on one little thing in Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, and make a 15-minute video about it. I promise you I can. Do not tempt me. So, and that's a gift and a curse because I hyperfixate on a lot in my life, and that sometimes is not a good thing. It can kind of drag you down and weigh on you, but it's also really good when you're in the game of content creation because you can go at a similar topic in a completely different way than other people did. So I don't know. Yes, an ant as in the little bug. What's Survivor or Killer? Survivor. Oh man. So Killer, I do like the idea of Vecna, not gonna lie. Selfishly, I'd like to see Jason in there. I won't lie. Give me the Leprechaun. Give me the Lep, dude. Survivor? Man. That's difficult. Kirsty Cotton. Let's do it. Kirsty. And if she's in the, I don't think she is. I only play as Meg because I have leveled Meg up so much that I just don't even fuck with the other characters. But yeah. Hey, maybe Tony, maybe. And like I said, it's going to happen regardless. Whether we want it to happen or not, the cannibalization of the market is happening before our eyes. Like we're seeing it take place right in front of us. Tall Man. Oh, Candyman. That's what's up. Yes, Candyman. Give me Candyman. R.I.P. Tony Todd, the fucking legend. Merch release for this. Have you seen stream? I haven't, but you're talking about the movie stream, right? I just want to be sure. Yes, he is the OG Short King. Well, I guess Chucky came before him. Yeah, he technically did. Yeah, we don't talk about that dog shit. We don't talk about that abomination. Anybody that tries to tell me, oh, Hellseeker's actually pretty decent, you're high. You are higher than a kite. Okay, so I'm familiar with the movie, but I have not seen it. No. But I know exactly what movie you're talking about. I can literally picture the poster in my head right now, but I have not watched it. I won't lie to you. Like, I won't be like, oh, yeah, totally seen it. No, I have not seen it. Oh, hell yeah. Nice. That's awesome, man. Good shit. I would imagine that's your wheelhouse then, like working with merch and design and all that kind of shit. That takes some talent. I'm not even good at Photoshop. So, hell yeah, that's awesome. Did you see Skeet Ulrich? Yeah. I'm just gonna say this, guys, and this isn't getting into opinions on Scream and Spyglass. I'm not gonna get into that. I don't have the energy to do that tonight. But I will say this. That's a terrible idea. Like dog shit. And if that was the plan for the 3-movie arc, kind of glad we didn't get that because no thanks. Holy shit. 28. Yo. Man. After my wisdom teeth. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Hang in there. Try to drink as much water as you can. Ice that bitch up. Watch some movies. I mean, yeah, it would have been shocking, but not in a good way. Not in a good way. I think it would have undermined everything with 6. Like literally the point of 6 is that she embraced the fact that she has that in her, but for the right reasons. And at the end, she drops the mask. No, I'm not going to become you. And then, oh, just kidding. No, absolute terror. That would have been terrible. I'm sorry. It would have been terrible. No way. Judgment, a lot of good ideas. I don't think it's bad, but it's not one I rush to watch. Blue Jay, I talked about Welcome to Derry earlier. I don't want to repeat myself too much. That was probably 30 minutes or so in, but But I'm really digging it, and I'm super excited for the finale. It looks awesome. Yeah, it's bad. Like, it's really bad. And it's even more frustrating because Ashley was like back. So I think any Hellraiser fan was like, no shit. No shit. She might as well not have been back. I do like that they kind of made her a femme fatale, but yeah. Oh yeah, what's up, Crazy Joe? Yeah, I talked about it earlier. You know, just weird. Just weird. Dealing with my brain not braining. Yeah, it was a bad. That would have. Yeah, I agree with the ending of 6. Like, the ending of 6, I think, was good for her. She walked away from it. I mean, I'm just like, dude, you know, when it comes to shit, when it comes to you know, making her the killer in 7, no, thank you, absolutely not. Oh God, Moth and Head, you're gonna kill me. We don't mention Revelations. Ah, ah. Oh, you're all right. I always, you know me, I love a good hot take. Hey, Nick, found you through Cody and been really enjoying the content. Love the hot takes. Hey, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. And thank you for watching the hot takes. You know, those are really fun to do. There's still a couple that people want me to get to. They're a little more niche, so I don't know if you guys would want to see them, though. That's why I haven't done them yet. But you guys tell me. You know what? Sound off right now in the chat. All y'all in the chat. What are some hot takes that I haven't done yet that you want to see me do? I need to gauge the audience here to see if it's actually worth it. But thank you for the super chat again. Children of the Corn. No, I can't. I genuinely can't. I won't do it. I refuse. Terrifier, Phantasm. Okay. I can do both of those for sure. Evil Dead, definitely do those. I love Evil Dead. Y'all know that. The Shine. It's got to be more like a franchise. I don't want it to just be one movie, guys. Stephen King adaptations, that's a good one. That is also a good one. Hell yeah. We got a new P2 truther. Let's go. I told you. I told y'all. I won't steer you wrong. It's good. It's really good. It's actually still right here next to me. I might watch that tonight. Look at that. Oh, wow. I realized what I just showed. That is not what I was trying to do. She is gorgeous, but yeah, love this movie. The Suckling. I don't even know if I want to know what that is, Mark. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I realized what I just flashed on the camera. I mean, you know, they were covered mostly. But yeah, I was showing the movie off, guys. Not other things. Do you prefer the original Pennywise design or the new one? The new one. Though I think that Curry is scarier. I think he's scarier. Also, it just scared me as a kid. You know, it was right place, right time. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Cave. Do it. Do it. Unlimited power. Yes. Everybody, all this love for P2 in the chat right now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Watched it and loved it. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Frank Calhoun, you owe me. That's who directed this, right? Yes, you owe me. You owe me a 4K just for this. I've gotten so many people to watch this movie and now they love it. You owe me. Put me on the special features. We'll have a commentary track narrated by me. And can Rachel be there? And can we be in the same room? Frank, reach out to me. We'll make it happen. We'll be in the same room, and we'll just do a commentary track for it. It'll be great. She'll like me, I promise. I'm funny. Average but funny. So I think she'd dig it. P2 rules. Oh my god, yes. Alien franchise. Okay. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Okay. That would mean I'd have to go back and watch 3 and 4 again. Which would mean that Mark would be happy because he's trying to get me to warm up to 4. He will swear by that movie. It's 4, right, Mark? Yeah, it's 4. It's 4 that you love, that you're like, I don't give a shit. That's right. Let's get this channel to 100,000 subs, and then we'll really be making some noise, okay? Really be making some noise. I'll turn more movies into cult classics. Next one. Well, I think I've played a big role in a lot of the public perception of Halloween 5 changing. Just going to say it. Yeah, I hated 3. I hated Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. I thought it was dumb. Aside from Bill Moseley, but even then I was just like, what are you doing here? This doesn't look like Christmas. What the fuck is this plot? God, but I'd have to rewatch it again. Bingo. I agree. Black Christmas 06. That is my favorite Christmas horror film. Argue with a wall. No, you know what's funny? What's funny, Ethan, is there have been times where people that have never actually spoken to me one-on-one have, like, I've been mentioned to them. I've literally seen it on social media. And people will be like, is that the guy that loves Halloween 5? Not even shitting you. And I'm like, yes, that's me. You know who I am. You've never spoken to me, but you know who I am. So, yes, I do think that I played a role in that. I do think I have played a role in people at least reevaluating Halloween 5. Maybe they don't all love it, but I think people are reevaluating it. And you're welcome. Yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It is. Love it, hate it, run from it. It's a Christmas movie. Oh, same. By the way, hello. Awful Truffle over here. Awful Truffle. Always commenting on like every upload I do. Nice to see you in a live stream. Don't think I don't recognize you guys, okay? I do. I understand that sometimes I'll get behind on comments, and that's just because depending on the day I had at work and then what I'm doing when I get home and I'm working on another video and I upload that one, and sometimes I'll forget to get to all the comments on the latest video. I try my best. But I recognize all of you that are like always there. I recognize your profile pictures, and I'm like, it's you. I wait for people like that to come into the stream, or I wait for comments. There's somebody that Carl Stacy. He's great. He comments on literally every upload I do. Always has the nicest things to say. Greg Martin, I was talking about him earlier. Comments on everything I do as well. Most of the time, just being sarcastic, but he's always there, and I appreciate that. I do. Tech knows best. Yes, I do. I'm not old yet. Okay. I got a pretty photographic memory up here. Hey, look at that. Look at that. See, I was right. I'm not just saying shit. Okay. I'm not just saying shit. Like I've done this. Dominique, come on the channel, Dominique. Wendy Kaplan. Come on, Wendy Kaplan. Come on down. I have tried to email you. I have messaged you on Instagram, which you never post on. So obviously you probably never saw it. I've looked for a manager. I can't find one to get in touch with Wendy. Wendy Kaplan, I need you on my channel. Me, Tina, just shooting the shit. Yes, dude. I would literally shit. Right here, right now, in this. Oh, God, that's disgusting. Anyway. Say it again. Ina? I love it. Nah, my favorite Tina moment is obviously, I'm never sensible if I can help it. Or, take me but spare my friend. She's a virgin. Got her phone number? Yeah. Okay. Tony with a 1999 super chat. My boy, my dude. Terminator Salvation is the second best Terminator. Judgment, Love, they did something new and different, setting in the future. War Potential was taking the franchise into something great, but sadly, we got Genesis and Dark Fate. So I haven't watched Salvation in a while. I do remember I didn't hate it. I was not a fan of Genesis, and I never saw Dark Fate. I don't think I saw Dark Fate. If I did, I can't remember it. It was very unmemorable. Oh, Fachi, I was actually going to text you tonight, brother. I was thinking about you when I was at work. I was like, man, me and Fachi, we got to do a stream again. I need some Foch in my life, bro. I miss my Foch. But I didn't hate Salvation. So your opinion may not be that far off, Tony. It may not be that far off. And thank you for the super chats tonight, buddy. You are a real one, dog. I appreciate the hell out of you. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, that part is great, Mark. Michael, a block away. What? While he's listening to music loud as shit. There's no way he heard that. There's no way. But obviously it's in the script, so it's like, oh yeah, you heard it. You heard it across the street. Like, still makes me laugh. There are little things about Halloween 5 that genuinely don't make sense. I'll never, ever argue that. But I don't give a shit. It's awesome. Okay, then maybe I need to give it a watch, Stefan, because I honestly don't remember it. I might have seen it. As a newer creator, at least in consistency. Let's see. A goal of mine to do a collab with one day. Hey, hit me up, man. Hit me up. And sometimes it might take me a minute, a day or two to get back because, I'm really bad about DMs, but I try. Hit me up. What? Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, holy shit, you haven't subscribed to my channel? You just been watching this whole time without subscribing? Can you tell me about Michael or Pinhead versus Michael? I can. In a long form video I did about a year and a half ago called The Story of Halloween, Michael Myers versus Pinhead. Go to my channel, search Halloween, and you will find it, my friend. I covered it all in all of its gory detail. That was fun. I still want that. I still want that movie. I don't care. Yo, give me it. Give me it right now. But we need Cookie Woman. Like, Cookie Woman's got to be back. Okay, we got to bring Cookie Woman back. I'd like to know what's behind those cookies, by the way. We never found out. And that's a mystery that I've been wondering for 31 years of life now. What's behind the cookies? Gotta have Billy. Just because that kid got hit by a car, dude. Like, Billy's good in my book. Tina gets resurrected. She gets resurrected from the dead for sure. Just because you can't do it without Tina. Yeah. Damn, Mom and Ed, that's brutal. Nah, Billy died. Fuck them kids. Like, that's basically. Oh man. The big woman works in the store. Her no there is like, if you've ever been around smaller children, you've heard that kind of no. It's visceral. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Yes. And then, yes, you're absolutely right. Bucky comes back in this Halloween 5 spinoff as well. And maybe he's the Man in Black. Maybe he was the Man in Black the whole time. That's why he didn't show up to Halloween 5, guys. He was playing the long game here. He's like, all right, I'm going to kidnap Michael. Bro. Bucky was the Man in Black. I think so. I think he was. I think he was. We just cracked it, guys. We literally just cracked it. Bucky is the Man in Black. Somebody needs to tell Piz. Because I don't know if Piz knows. But yeah. That's right. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Sorry, Mitch Ryan. No, you're gone. You're gone. We got Bucky. And like nobody even knows the actor's name. It's just Bucky. Yes. Yes. Look at how much sense this makes. This makes perfect sense. Holy shit, guys. We're literally writing the next Halloween movie live right now. Malik, call me, dude. Call me right now. Hit me up. Let's make it happen. Let's go. Come on. What are we doing here? Like, oh my God. You'll never be able to see Bucky the same again because he's burnt to a crisp. But he ain't dead. He's the Man in Black. God, yo, what would we call this, guys? What would we call this movie? We got to think of a name. Huh. Hey. Movies. Movie magic. We'll find a way. So wait, are you telling me that John Schroed's head wouldn't have exploded? That wasn't real? Damn it. Return to Tower Farm. That's a good one. I like it. Come on, guys. We need the name. We need the name of this movie. I cannot take this pitch without a good name. Oh. Yo. Hold up. I think we just found it. Bucky in Black. Dude, that's it. That's it. That's the movie. Bucky in Black. That's it. Hell yeah. Stefan, you're getting a co-writer credit on this. Malik, you don't even have to pay me. Well, pay me a little bit, but like you probably pay, I don't know what a writer gets paid. I'm gonna be honest with you, to write it, like if their script gets bought, where you're talking like 10K, pay me like 5 and I'll write you this. Come on. Let's do it. Oh, dude. And the movie opens up not with the Halloween theme, but and it's Bucky rising from that like electrical facility or whatever, and he like gets up. Oh man, dude, I can envision this now, and this shit is insane. I do like this one though. Bucky's here to Bucky. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? We're all just horny little bastards on this floating rock until we meet our coffin, basically. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it, because I was very underwhelmed. Yeah, I could have gone my whole life without having watched it. I'll be honest. John Strode would have burned and melted internally. The grounding out of that panel would have probably have blown the transformer off the pole and knocked out power in the... Well, hey, the movie did show that it flickered. Accuracy. Now, my best friend Dave is an electrician, and his dad is too. His dad's been an electrician for like 35 years, and Dave's been an electrician now for like a decade. So I know a little bit. He would tell me stuff sometimes when we lived together back when we were like in our early 20s, and he'd be like, yeah, don't do that. That's stupid. I'm like, why? And he would have to like tell me why something was stupid. Or he would tell me the things in your house that use the most electricity, like the dryer. He's like, did you know the dryer uses like some of the most electricity in the house? I was like, I did not know that. But now I do. And he used to tell me all the time, he's like, the TV doesn't actually use that much, right? That's just like something you hear from people growing up, like, oh, turn the TV off. He's like, he always told me, he's like, it doesn't use that much. So here I come, boogeyman. I'm really scared. Deborah, I'm home. Thanks for the dinner. Oh, man. Dude, legend. John Strode is a legend in this house. A legend. Look, you don't got to sell me on it, Nate. I'm there. Let's do it. Let's go. Low key, though, like, can I just be real with you guys? I got some bad ideas and some terrible opinions. I'm aware of that. But, like, Malik could probably do well talking to somebody like me. You know, a diehard fan that has some off the wall opinions. Like, hey, what do you think is a good idea moving forward? Let me get in a room with you, dude. You don't even have to pay me. I just want to be able to take a selfie with Malik Akkad. Like, yo, what's up, Malik? Okay, so hold up. Mark and anybody else watching, I need to know the answer to this question. I've never Googled this and I don't know why. In the producer's cut, where when he pulls out the bottle of whiskey or whatever it is in his office, and there's that photo, is that Kara at a younger age where he says like "Happy Halloween, little girl" or something like that? I always felt like that was so weird because it doesn't look like Kara. Like I could be mistaken. Maybe it is. Maybe it is her. But can someone? It's Kara. Okay, it's just a younger version of Kara. Okay. Or was it Marianne Hagen in the photo? Because I gotta remember it. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it looked like her. I haven't watched the producer's cut in years, guys. In years. But I remember that scene, and I was just kind of like, what the fuck? Okay. So everyone's telling me it's Kara. Okay. All right. I just wanted to be sure. I don't want to spread misinfo. Okay. We do need a groundswell. Also, I want to let you guys know UNITA will be convening this weekend to record an episode. And we are going to heavily discuss Silent Night, Deadly Night, which drops in theaters tomorrow night. The episode will be out at some point this weekend. We haven't recorded it yet, obviously. So, y'all need to go check out Silent Night, Deadly Night before UNITA. Because I'm sure we will talk about it a lot. That's actually specifically what Christian mentioned. He texted me the other day and was like, hey, we should record this weekend after we both seen Silent Night, Deadly Night. To which I replied, oh, so you finally want to do UNITA again, you cockass? That is actually literally what I said to him. But Scout, yeah, I mean, I'd die. I'd die a happy man right there. Like, right there. I was going to make a joke. I'm not going to make it. It's a little, I don't know. It's a little too adult. I like the Kill Bill movies. I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Obviously, I like Pulp Fiction. Everybody likes Pulp Fiction. I like Tarantino for the most part. His comments this week are just really weird and dumb. Like he's just wrong. To say that Paul Dano isn't a good actor is just objectively wrong. To say that Matthew Lillard isn't a good actor is just objectively wrong. Matthew is never going to get cast in a movie that's going to win him an Oscar, but what he's cast for, he does a great job. He is Shaggy to like generations of people because he embodies that role. Like Tarantino is he's really up his ass. He really, really is. Okay. What's my favorite? Creed, Linkin Park, and Avenged Sevenfold album. Oh, well, Creed is Human Clay. That one's fairly easy. Linkin Park, Meteora. And then after Meteora, I know a lot of people would say Hybrid Theory. Maybe Hybrid Theory. Maybe Minutes to Midnight. I really like Living Things too, though. And then what was the other one? Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, Avenged Sevenfold, easy, self-titled. Self-titled is absolutely my favorite of theirs. Not even a question. Yeah, the self-title goes fucking hard. Have I heard of Swollen Teeth? I haven't. What is this, a movie? A band? Oh, Don't Sleep on a Thousand Suns. Buddy, I had a CD player And I got that CD for Christmas the year it came out. And I'll never forget Christmas morning sitting in my garage in freezing temperatures with my headphones on, listening to that entire album front to back. Love that album. Love that. Very experimental. Pissed a lot of Linkin Park fans off at the time, and I understand why, because it was very different. Love that album. Absolutely love that album. Yeah, Inglourious Bastards. I liked Inglourious Bastards, but like, I don't know. Is it crazy to say that like Quentin Tarantino is... I feel like he thinks he's better than he actually is. I haven't seen a lot of it myself. I loved No Way Home. I love the first Iron Man movie. I thought Homecoming was okay. I liked the Doctor Strange movies a lot. I've only seen the first Avengers. So I haven't seen a lot of them. Oh, Muzzy. Well, let's just say I have VIP tickets for February 28th in Columbus for Icy Stars. And I'm so excited. I've seen them in concert many times. It's been years since I have. Actually, in this closet right next to me, if I can find it in the midst of this craziness, because my son was in here the other day looking for decorations to play with. And my God, is that it right there? I really liked The Wheel. And it's definitely different, but Treehouse was really different too. And Treehouse is one of my favorite albums ever. Like, if you know, when people a while ago were doing those 4 like album covers, like 4 albums to get to know me, Treehouse by Icy Stars would be one of the 4 albums I would put on like a 4 albums to get to know me. The Wheel is definitely very different than that, but it had some objectively fantastic songs. Curtain Call, incredible. Float, one of my favorite songs they've ever made. There's some tracks on there that are more throwaway, like The Wheel, Drift. Like, there's a couple tracks on there where you're going to be like, I don't really know how I'm feeling about this, like, yelling, singing thing that Devin's doing. But there are genuinely great tracks on there. So I would implore you to listen to Float. Carry On For You is really, really great. Carry On For You is like the song that they have on every album that's like out of nowhere. They have I Believe, which is a weird one. They have Walking on Gravestones, which was on Treehouse. For The Wheel, the song that's like that is Carry On For You. But it's honestly great. But yeah, listen to Carry On For You, Float, Curtain Call. I personally love Anomaly as well. I like most of the album, but I would say those 4 tracks are probably the ones that stand out the most. And then After Dark. After Dark is very interesting. It starts as acoustic and it builds. Love that record. But it's not their favorite. It's not their best record. No. Treehouse is, and then oh my Christ. Treehouse is their best record, in my opinion, and then after that, it would be New Demons. I don't know. I don't know if it would be. It's probably New Demons. I'm actually going through this right now because I want to find this now because you've got me. You've got me. My favorite Muppet is Kermit. Kermit's my guy. Where is this shit? I found it a while ago. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Muzzy, if you're still in here, I don't know if you're still watching. Found it. From 2016's Warped Tour, their set list. After the show was over, they ripped it up off the stage and they were throwing, there was like 2 of them and I caught one. They played Mobbing Out, 10,000 Feet, Running with Scissors, Filth Friends Unite, New Demons, Break, and Murder Mitten. And I caught it and I kept it and I will never let this thing go. But yeah, I have VIP tickets, so it's gonna be like I'm side stage for the first 2 songs, so I get to watch from the side stage. I have like green room access to like I'm actually gonna see if I can interview the band. I think that'd be really cool. It wouldn't do anything on my channel, but it would just be more for me. Um, and then there's an after party afterward, and everybody that got the 3rd VIP package gets to go to that after party with the band. So me and all my buddies are going to that, and it's going to be really, really awesome. Frame it? You think I should frame it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't damage it. They like literally ripped it up off the stage and like crumpled it when they ripped it because they pulled it off. So like this is how it's looked since I caught it. But yeah. And yes, Mark, I have. I watched The Santa Claus with William. I watched Polar Express. But I think that's it. Non-horror. And then let me see. It's funny going through this. I was actually finding stuff in here. Oh, look at that! Some blast from the past here. Treehouse. Back when we used to buy physical CDs. One of my favorite albums of all time. Oh, look at this. If you were a movie, this would be your soundtrack. Sleeping with Sirens. That's an acoustic album. I had an ex-girlfriend that I used to stomach tied in knots. Was a bop at the time. Revival, Eminem. A lot of people hated this record. Really, really different for sure. Not one of my favorite Eminem albums, but I appreciate the swings that it took. Yeah, Harold and Kumar Christmas. I need to watch that as well. Wow, this is broken. Is the disc? Wow, the disc is still in there though. Madness by Sleeping with Sirens. Wow, I'm like finding CDs in here now, guys. CDs nuts. Ha! Got him. Wow. Death Magnetic. And this is cool. Look at this shit. I remember this CD. Going like, I think it's the lyrics to every song, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Lyrics to every song, and there's like photos and shit on there. Wow. Is this? Oh, yes, it's my diploma. I graduated high school. Haha. Y'all can't say I didn't. I did. What is this? Seniors. Am I in here? Oh my God, I think I am in here. Hold on. No way. Dude, this is crazy. Hold on. F, E, E. I don't know if I have a picture in here, though. E, F, G. Yeah. Where am I at? I know I'm in here. Or did I rip it out? I think I ripped it out and kept it. I did. Yeah, because E is gone. Shit, I don't know where I put it. Yeah. Senior stories. I was trying to find mine. God. Dude, this is taking me back. This is crazy, guys. I don't know why I'm doing this on live right now. Why while y'all are just sitting here, so I apologize for subjecting you to this. But oh man. That's one of my ex-girlfriends. Shout out. No way. This is crazy, y'all. God. There's one of my ex-girlfriends. She's nice. We're still friends. It is possible. Okay, we're done looking at that. I'm sorry, guys. What else is in here? Oh, no way. This is a burnt CD of the Halloween 3 soundtrack that somebody sent me when I was a teenager, a friend from the Halloween message board. I remember we were messaging and he was like, I'll burn it on a CD for you and send it to you. You can like see the titles. He wrote them all there too. Shout out. I think, was that my buddy CJ? I can't remember. See what else shit we got. Oh. What? I think this is a lyric book. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. 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 This is my notebook where I used to write songs in. I wrote a song called Beautiful Tragedy, I guess. Okay. I wrote a song called Romantic Comedy Scare Me. If that's not a post-hardcore name for a song, then I don't know what is. I do remember this now. Yeah, Romantic Comedies Scare Me. What was the chorus for it? Did I even have a chorus yet? I don't think I had a chorus for it yet. No. Oh, that's a nice bridge. The bridge I wrote, fighting demons is so fun. At least I think so. But now there's nowhere left to run and nowhere for them to go. Hey, I was a depressive. I've been a depressive for a long time. That is a good title, though. Romantic comedies scare me. I wrote a song called "Switch It Up," I guess. This song, Nurture versus Nature. Yep, I remember that. Oh, I wrote a song called That One Love Song. That one, dude. I was in my bag with the post-hardcore names, guys. Like, if you listen to post-hardcore, if you were a Warped Tour kid, there's no way that you can say that the song names Romantic Comedies Scare Me and That One Love Song are not post-hardcore names. They totally are. Oh man, I wrote this song. Oh man, I wrote this song about my ex Callie, and one of the girls one of the first girls I think I ever like loved. Well, no, she wasn't the first one. She was probably the second one. But I wrote this when I was 21 after we reconnected, and you guys are gonna get some lore live here on my channel. We reconnected. We were such good friends in junior high and early in high school, and kind of drifted. She was the one I saw Saw 4 with, and she hid in my shoulder like the whole time. I don't know what what it was that scared her about Saw 4, but we reconnected, and I stayed a weekend. I stayed a weekend with her at her apartment in Columbus when I was 21, and then like came back home and I wrote this song. And wow, that's crazy. Reading these lyrics, I'm like, yeah, this is not a happy song. This is not a happy song. Erica, I am so sorry to hear that. And I will keep you in my prayers, and I'm sending you all the positivity, all the love. Everybody in the chat, send your positivity, your prayers, your good vibes, whatever you got Erica's way. Please and thank you. I truly, truly am sorry to hear that. You'll be all right. I believe in that. You need to believe in that too. You're going to kick its ass. Period. No questions asked. We're not even going to have to talk about it because you're going to kick its ass. And that's the way it's going to go. Fuck cancer. But I wrote this Darkest Hour. That one we actually did make. Now or Never. We made that one. Face. Yeah, we made that one. Some of these lyrics, though, were so like infantile. Like when I look back, the song Face we made, like this is the verse. This addiction I can't kick. It keeps drawing me in. I fell for all your tricks. I won't do this again. Like, come on. Come on. Like, that is so infantile. But there's some ones I actually am really proud of. The song Nurture versus Nature. We have this weird like R&B break in it that didn't work the way we wanted it to. We thought we were Issues, and we weren't, because I'm not Tyler Carter and I don't have that silky smooth R&B touch to my voice. But everything else in Nurture versus Nature I was really proud of. And speaking of, I just fucking saw it. Look at this shit. This was a collectible for Power Rangers when you went and saw it. Out of 500, I got 285 out of 500. Yeah, loved Power Rangers. Saw this movie four times in theaters because they finally did justice to my childhood, and I was forever grateful. Dude, I got slippers in here that I haven't worn in years. I'm wearing slippers right now, y'all. I wear slippers all the time. Oh man, no way! I love this record, Feel by Sleeping with Sirens. I love this record. This has a slip cover, guys. It's not just movies that have slip covers. Sometimes it's CDs. Yeah, I love this record. It just takes me back to moments in time. Like I remember who I was dating at this time when this album came out. I remember listening to this my senior year, like a month until I graduated high school is when it came out. And I would listen to it in the computer lab. What else? Also, yes, I'm one of those people that calls them records. Just old school way of thinking, I guess. I know they're, what is this? Oh, no way. No way. My ticket to Owl City. You can see it right there. Neon trees in Owl City. It was Owl City's headlining tour for the Midsummer Station. When was the date on this? I want to say this was 2013. Because it was the Midsummer Station. Or maybe it was 2012. I mean, I know the person I was dating, I dated from 2012 to 2014. So it had to be in that. I think, and me and this this girl actually like reconciled. We were on the week break, but we had the tickets, so she was like, we'll still go to the concert. So we went to see Owl City, and we like reconciled there, and then ended up dating for like another year and a half, and then she cheated on me. Fuck you. Oh, Caleb Shomo's Tour Water. You can see it says Tour Water on there from Warped Tour, from Beartooth, formerly of Attack Attack. And it was hot as fuck. It was July. It was Warped Tour in Cincinnati. And he like drank some of it and like held it out, like who wants it? And my long ass arms, he like chucked it up, and I just grabbed that shit and I chugged the rest of it. That was back when I didn't care about germs, bro. Germs don't exist. Although I'll be real with you, I'd still do that today if it was somebody I looked up to. Bro, I found a Christmas ornament that I made in 6th grade. Look at that. Nick, 6th grade. Peace on earth, yo. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well, man. I hope the break from social media has been good for your mental health. Lord knows I could use it. Okay. You guys got a lot of lore there. You got a hell of a lot of lore. You got to just see me go through like a bunch of shit, like phases of my life. The lost 6th grade drive-in. That's right. That's right. Some of these things, I'm glad I went through that though, because I want to put these up, like that Owl City ticket, this Power Rangers collectible thing. Like I got beanies in here. I got this for no, that's my brother's. Never mind. I thought that was a Steelers beanie, but it was not. Oh, look at that! It's my wedding date. It's my wedding date. It was like in like a picture frame that got like painted. This was like the thing that they painted around, so it had our wedding date on it. Yeah. Fuck you, Satan. Not today. Yeah. Oh, ignore the fact that you can see my Christmas tree box right here in the closet. That is because obviously I recently got the Christmas tree up. So, yeah. Okay. Also, I found something the other day, and I want to give this to whoever claims it. So if you're watching this now on the live stream and you guys watch videos or watch movies like moviesanywhere.com or whatever, with codes, here is a Oh yeah. Don't worry, I made sure to remind her last night. We were fighting last night at like 1:30 in the morning. She was on some fuck shit. Because she was getting into it with my mom about whatever the fuck and about William's birthday party that she wanted to do. Yeah, it was just so then she was reaching out to me, and then her and I got into it, and I said something like, she was just being petty, and I was like, yeah, you remember when I like whooped your ass in court multiple times? Like, fun times. Okay, let's see. So anyway, like I said, here is the 4K code for A Nightmare on Elm Street. For the 4K standalone that I have. When I was doing that video on the physical media of A Nightmare on Elm Street the other day, I saw this in there and I was like, oh shit, I totally forgot about this. I'll let somebody have this on YouTube. So whoever grabs it first, it is yours. Hopefully you can see that well enough. I think you can. Hopefully you can. Yeah, you should be able to make it out well enough. It's just numbers and letters. Lord. Jeez, Louise. Come on. Screen grab it and then zoom in. It's your code. Have it. Whoever claims it, you now own A Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K at home. Also, yeah, it's because she hates me, Stefan. That's why. It was all just to spite me. It was never about our kid. Or scan the QR. There you go. Hey, I didn't even think about that. Scan the QR. Yeah, I totally forgot to show you guys too. Like on the front here, it has our band's name to this day, and I wrote lyrics and shite. I think I was writing like song names. No, it was ideas for the EP name. I wrote Love, Hate, Catalyzer, I'm Just a Man. We ended up on Nothing More. That was the EP name. Yeah. Wow. I'm fucking old. But look, I was planning on going like an hour tonight. And we went 2 hours. We went over 2 hours. Guys, you're fantastic. I love you. Oh, wait. Another record I found. This is my banking information. You guys can't have that. Not like you're going to get much anyway. Headspace by Issues. Headspace. I loved this record as well. This came out at like right before we started recording that EP. And I think that's why we had that song where we're like, we're going to do this like R&B break. Didn't work. There's also this QR, but this one is expired. That's what I'm saying, Nate. You guys can have my banking information as long as you promise to make a deposit. Oh, man. But you know what, Stefan? It's cool because I came out of it the victor. I came out smelling like a rose. And now every Tuesday morning when I drop my son off at school, you know what he says to me before he gets out of the car? I don't want mommy to pick me up. Can you come pick me up? And I'm like, well, buddy, you know, that's not how it works. Yeah. 6 months of bullshit that I wouldn't have been able to get through without you guys. That's just a fact. But we did. We got through it. And we took the dub. But yeah, guys, wow. This stream was high, bro. This was high. It went from like, what's going on with YouTube lately, to depression, to movies, to talking about ex-girlfriends, to concerts, to all. I mean, yo, dude. There you go, Mark. You were listening to me and watching the Blackhawks, and the Blackhawks won. You know what that means. It's going to be a good night. Put on your Blackhawks jersey like Clark Griswold, get you some fucking eggnog, and have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap dance with Danny fucking K. I think that's what he says. Yeah. Ooh, did you hear that chair? Bro. Hold on. I literally hate this chair because I'll be recording sometimes and I'll move and it'll be like, and I'm like, dude, people are going to think I fucking farted, bro. They're going to be like, What in the fuck was that? Yeah. Okay, I got it right. I got it right. Hell yeah. I haven't watched it yet this year, guys. I haven't watched it yet this year. All right. I love y'all. We had almost 90 people in here at the peak. I don't think we dipped below 50 or so the entire time, even when I went on random rants about my like teenage years. And that's usually where you lose people because they're like, I don't give a shit. Talk about Halloween. I'm like, no, I don't do that all the time. You can't ask the monkey to dance all the time. I'm not going to just dance for you whenever. But look, I love y'all. I do. And, you know, even when some of this stuff gets to be a lot sometimes, I have you guys. And, you know, if YouTube will, I don't know, start putting my, I don't know, putting my content back out there again and not shadow banning me, it seems like. YouTube's like canceling me for whatever reason. I would appreciate it because I miss talking to some of you guys. Yes, I am. I'm seeing it tomorrow. I'm seeing it tomorrow. Silent Night, Deadly Night review, spoiler free, tomorrow on my channel around 9 p.m. Eastern. So check out that. Also, look forward to whatever Friday the 13th video that I've been teasing all night is going to be tomorrow afternoon. You get 2 videos from me tomorrow. So watch those MFers, like them, share them, tell your mom about them. Be that guy from Family Guy that has the photo of his kid in his wallet and he's just smacking the dude in the face with it with my videos, okay? Let's get the word out there. Let's get me to 1 billion fucking subs. Let me quit my day job and maybe I can find happiness and peace in life outside of the monotonous, routine bullshit. But I love all you guys. I love all you guys. And this was fun. Oh, look at that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Instant sub. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Christian's my guy. Brandon's my guy. I love him. Hey, don't worry. I'll be back live streaming before Christmas. You have my word. Maybe I'll do one on my birthday. Maybe I'll do a stream on my birthday because I don't celebrate anymore. You know what I mean? Like, 21 is like the last one you really celebrate. 30 is depressing. 40 is probably going to be even more depressing. I don't take off work on my birthday anymore. So I'll stream on my birthday. December 22nd is my birthday. I might stream probably before that too, because I told you guys I want to make an effort to stream more. But I will definitely stream on my birthday. Monday, December 22nd, 9 p.m. I will stream for my birthday. My son will be asleep at that time. And I will, you know, just drink and we can commiserate together. So, no, trust me, Matt, Nate, like, Allie, I don't think it's old. I don't think 40 is old, personally. But I'm just saying, like, how the younger people view us. Like, now that I'm 30, dude, literally all of my, I'm almost 31. My associates are like, they always call me old, like a dinosaur. Like, oh, you probably remember World War II, ha, 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 because they're all like 17, 18, 19. So it's like, to them, we're old. You know, we just have to accept it. Whatever. I don't feel old yet, but to them, we are. So, you know what, Mark? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Yes. How do you do, fellow kids? All right, guys. I got to get out of here because I got to record a video and I got to watch some Dead by Daylight before I go to work in the morning. So I love y'all. I hope you enjoyed this very personal, very in-depth stream. Little different for me, but it was great. It was great to talk to you, all of you. If you are watching on the playback, leave a like. If you haven't left a like yet and you were watching this entire time, leave a like. It's never too late. It's not too late. It's never too late. I know you guys all just heard that guitar. I know you heard it. Even it. Yeah, okay. All right. Love y'all. Peace out. Stay good. Word to your mother. Until next time.